My daughter Kuri has DRPLA, a disease that causes the brain to atrophy. It is hereditary, progressive, and there is no cure. Kuri is bedridden. My husband, Chiaki, passed away from this disease 4 years ago. I wanted to find a cure for DRPLA, so I wrote OHANA Family 10 years ago. I hope that I can save my daughter. Chapter 1 Section 5 Something is wrong. Little by little, I began to think that there was something wrong with Kuri. At first, I suspected that she might have LD, learning disability. First of all, let me say that I do not have a negative image of developmental disorders such as LD, ADHD, or autism. It's not easy for them and their family to make a living. However, with the understanding of the people around them, I believe that these children have a lot of potential. I was taught through various people at work that all people are equally wonderful, regardless of their disabilities, whether physical or intellectual, and I still feel the same way today. In the case of Kuri, I knew that even though she had LD, she would turn out to be a happy person if she was raised in the right way. At that time, she still had many things she could do, but the difference between what she could do and what she couldn't do was very clear. When she was about 5 years old, she could write her name, the alphabet, but not triangles or squares. She couldn't seem to figure out how to make a triangle. Also, one of her friends was preparing for an elementary school entrance exam, and her mother often showed me her drills. There were some things that Kuri could easily do, and some things that she could never do, which made me feel depressed that most of children could do these things. I read many books I could find on LD and on the brain. I became more and more convinced that Kuri had LD. We have 5 senses: sight, hearing, and taste, etc. Further subdivided, there are also organ value and vestibular sensation. Because of these senses, we can tell if a cup in our hands is filled with water without looking at the contents, and we can perform various actions smoothly. Children with developmental disabilities, including LD, often have different senses from normal children, and this makes life difficult for them. I think that Kuri also had problems with her senses and sense of touch. In order to compensate for this, her vision and hearing became very sensitive, and this causes many problems in her life. For example, when she would take off her shirts, she would say, "I'm scared." Also, when she was sleeping, I always turned on the light. No matter how sound asleep she was, as soon as I turned off the light, she would wake up and ask me to turn it on because she was scared. She also didn't understand that when I cleaned her ears, one ear would be done and she would turn the other way to clean the other ear. Kuri ran a lot and was good at kicking the ball. She also loved swings and slides. But hey, why can't you step over this fence? Don't you know how to move your body? I often felt like. She was also unable to get the concept of the story in terms of intellectual issues. She also had no sense of days of the week or months of the year. Even though she could learn the words of once and say them easily. On the other hand, there are many things that amazed me. There is a word called servant syndrome. It refers to people with intellectual delays or difficulties in life, such as those with autism, who excel at one thing or another. There are people who can play a difficult piece of music on the piano just by listening to it once, and people who can immediately answer what day of the week it is in the year, blah blah. They all have a superhuman talent for one thing or another. I thought Kuri had a talent similar to servant syndrome. She could clearly remember since she had only seen once, and she could quickly learn words to music. We had a video of Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker, which Kuri loved to watch from a young age. One day, at a place where another Tchaikovsky song was playing, she said, "This is the same as that dance video." And we are so surprised. There are many other stories, such as the fact that our house was on the third floor of an apartment building. And a short time after Kuri said, "Oh, that is home," I could hear Chiaki's footsteps on the stairs. I really didn't know how to take it. She was somewhat different from other children, but I didn't know if she was easy or hard to raise. No matter who I leave her with, I am always told that she is a good child who is not afraid of things and is not harmful, while at the same time she can suddenly freeze up. She also forgot to eat and go to the bathroom when she had fun and played. And if she had fallen and was bleeding, she would not feel any pain as long as she was playing. She had an excellent memory to a certain extent. So I often asked her to remember blah blah. She would always remember and call out to me. She has been helping me cook since she was a little girl. And once I cooked a dish, the next time she would bring out the plate and bowls ahead of time. That means she remembers what she did last time and thinks about what she needs next. Unlike me, who cooks everything at random, I was impressed and said, "I knew this girl was amazing." There are many other surprises as well. When I showed her hidden pictures, she found small things that no one would notice in the complicated patterns. But when I showed her a simple picture book and asked how many pigeons are on this page, she counted the same pigeons over and over again, making it difficult to get the correct answer. She was still not very good at writing, and although she could somehow write the alphabet, she could not write hiragana. At the time, we still thought we could continue to live in Japan. So I asked myself, what if she can't write hiragana? Or will she be able to do so when she enters elementary school? It was a little different from being clumsy. I thought for her, the form of letters is difficult.